What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the wall seniors. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the wall seniors before I put any guards on it. Open it up all the way. And to take out this bulk right here, I'm gonna pull out the number 1 guard and then close them all the way, close them. And then just make my next perimeter right there, okay? Now when you cut Corsair, a 1 going against the grain is different than a 1 going with the grain, okay? So what I can do now is pull out my 1/16 guard, my blade guard, my fade guard, and I'm gonna go ahead and just knock out these little guys right here with the grain because it'll give it good contrast. Okay. That was just real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and get the number 1 guard again. And for myself, I don't like the taper to go straight into the stop right here. So I'm just gonna taper it out around the neck, around the ear. Just to give it more of a clean illusion. And I'm corner cutting all of that. And just like that, I'm on to the next step of just having the clippers with no guard. The wall is closed. Gonna go straight up and give it a nice little soft touch, and then open it up as I go up higher. And right now, I'm focusing more on the inner part of the taper, so I'm corner cutting using only like 4 or 5 of these blades right here. Now I'm going to open it up all the way, and now the whole blade. And now I'm using the right corner of the blade to give it a nice balance. And what I'm going to do now before I go into the hook is I'm going to take this hook part down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and pull out the 1/16 and close it. Now I'm going to pull out my Andis T outliners, take a step back, examine the lineup that you want to give them, and I'm going to start right here. And I'm only using the corner for right now, okay? Then I'm going to bring it in, using the left corner of the blade. And then now I'm going to have them meet with the right corner of the blade. Pull the skin up a little bit. Shave off all this hair right here. You want to give it a nice little arch to it. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the liners and take out the bottom part because remember it's a low ball taper with hooks, and glide over that part. And if you do see any lines on the taper part, go ahead and pull out your liners or your walls again. And just close it and take care of the necessary spots. I just open it up a little bit. I'm using the left corner of the blade, right corner of the blade. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and work on the goatee. I'm going to go ahead and use the wall seniors. I'm using the number 1 guard, the 1/8. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go against the grain on this part to take it down a little bit, right? Use the number 1 guard to take all this down. And I'm going against the grain, but what I like to do is to go with the grain on the mustache just to make it more full. Come on the opposite side. And I only go with the grain on the mustache, right? Now, for people who have goatees, I like to use the outliners, the Annis outliners, just so I can get in there real tight and comfortable. Have him lift his head up real quick. Now I'm gonna work on the outside part, okay? The widest part of his mustache. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the inner part of his mustache, right above the lip, and work the corners of the blade of the liner, just to get all these little corner areas right here. I'm going to turn the liner around. I'm going to now shape up the mustache. And instead of making the mustache real thin, you want to make it proportional.